Hi everyone, and welcome to another one of our video visitations. It's a bright spring day today. I think it's supposed to warm up, and everything's good. With this kind of weather, producer, we can get that joy down in our heart. Isn't that right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what makes me joyful right now. We got a guest.
Hi.
A guest, a lovely guest. Her name is Roseanne Prather. And Roseanne, I've known you for a long time, I think. Not well, but you used to work at the Chancery, didn't you?
I did.
I don't remember where. Catholic Charities?
Catholic Charities.
Hot dog. Was that back in the Mike, what was Mike's last name?
Mike Halterman.
Halterman, yeah, it was back in the Mike Halterman days, right?
That's right. That's right. Good
And
memory.
I don't remember what you did over there. Maybe about the same thing you're doing now.
You're right.
Yeah. Well, what Roseanne does, she's what you call a professional fundraiser. That's what she does for a living. And our parish has hired her to conduct a capital campaign feasibility study. Roseanne, do you mind if I provide just maybe a minute of background on this?
Sure. Absolutely.
You see, folks, I was going along minding my own business when one day I come to find out that Linda Hughes' daughter Stella was surfing on something called Zillow, and she found out that the sixplex immediately north of the school was for sale, and it was conveyed to me. I'll always be grateful for Stella for doing that. And you know, of any property that we could acquire that would enhance the school's mission, that would be the property, because of the way because of the topography of the land, the street grid, the way the school is built. You know, it's really the one to have. So you know, I immediately called the bishop and got the finance committee together. And so anyway, we ended up buying that sixplex, as I hope you know. That's been a few years ago now, and we hired a
Architectural firm?
well, before that, we hired a property management company to run it for us, and we collect rent. We net about 30 grand a year off the thing. Doesn't cost us. Anyway, it turned out to be a fine deal. But in the process of doing all of that, other conversations began to erupt about, well, the condition of the school and you know, should we have an early childhood center, and golly, we really need to get the kindergarten over on the Baltimore side because of the increasing traffic over here on Main. And anyway, a bunch of things just coalesced into a decision to look at doing some renovation and perhaps construction vis-a-vis the school. And Hollis and Miller, leading educational architect firm, was hired to do a master plan, and so that's turned out fine. Anyway, now we're kind of at the point of needing to sample the parish to see if you folks are interested in contributing money toward renovation of the school, addition to the school, establishment of an early childhood center, the kind of renovation the school needs to bring it up to date with emerging technology. So this is where Roseanne comes in.
That's right.
She's been hired to do this feasibility study to see, you know, will the parish contribute to this kind of thing or not? So, Roseanne, that's a too long an introduction, I fear, but why don't you tell us what you've got to say about your work?
Sure. Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I know a lot of visitation parishioners, as Monsignor Brad said, from my days at Catholic Charities, and just throughout the fundraising and philanthropy sectors of Kansas City, and so I'm really excited to be here. And the feasibility study, if anyone has ever participated in one, is really just a way to get as much feedback as we can from the parish about how they feel about potentially a capital campaign to improve the school, but also just how they feel about the parish and just what their sentiments are about the community so that they feel good about this investment. And so part of our process over the coming weeks and about the next month or so, we will be reaching out in a variety of ways to gather that data, and then we will report back later in the summer of the findings of that. So a few ways that we are doing this is one, personal interviews. So we're meeting with some parishioners one-on-one to just have a little bit more intimate conversation about the parish and the school and their interest in supporting a campaign. We also have an online survey, and that is going to be released on Monday. So you'll find information in the parish bulletin, and you'll also receive an email on Monday with a link. It'll be on the homepage of the website. If you're just perusing the website, you'll be able to find it there as well. But when you get there, you'll be able to see a case statement, which really gives just an overview of the full master plan and what the project, it would be in phases. And so you'll be able to see what Hollis and Miller and all of the various parish ministries have had an input into how the plan would lay out. And so you'll be able to read that case statement and then go right into the survey. And it just asks, maybe a dozen. It doesn't take very long to take it. Just click the multiple choice type of answers and hit submit, and that's it. So that's what's planned. If you do not have access online, we'll have some paper surveys available. You can reach out to Megan or any of the parish staff, and they can have one available for you to pick up, or they can put it in the mail to you. But we want everyone's feedback. We want a whole cross-section of the community to be able to respond and let us know how they feel.
Got to be, because if we end up doing anything, it's going to take the whole parish to pay for it, not just the school families.
You're absolutely right.
And you've talked about a survey. I think there'll also be some direct interviews with some people. There may be some focus groups that
Yes.
you conduct. And if people are part of those things, I guess they'll be hearing from you directly?
They will. So as I mentioned, yes, some are personal one-on-one interviews. We do have a few focus groups planned. We have a survey with our educators at the school. So we really tried to take a really broad approach to gather as much input as we can.
Yes, ma'am. You're comprehensive.
Trying to be.
Yeah.
That's the
All
goal.
right, so the survey is going to come out this coming Monday, and people are going to have the opportunity to respond to it for a month, right?
That's right.
So they'll have ample opportunity,
That's right.
and it isn't hard to do.
Nope, easy.
Surely it will take no more than an hour or two.
Oh, just a few minutes.
I know, I'm just playing. And then, of course, when it's the survey is completed, the time period's over toward the end of May, I guess.
Yeah.
You will collate the results and report back. Why, maybe you'll even come back to one of our video visitations and give us a report.
We can do that.
Hot dog. All right.
Great.
Well, good. Is that about everything we need to say on that right now?
I think so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, then let me roll into my announcements, producer. Is that okay? That's fine. All right. Tonight is number 3, session number 3 of this year's Faith Formation Supper Series. It features video presentations by Bishop Robert Barron. I think I've talked about them on this before. They're pretty interesting, kind of highfalutin, philosophical, theological presentations, and you listen to him, and then we just kind of talk about what he said, and it generates conversations that are most distinctive and interesting, really good. So that's tomorrow night. Thank you. Tonight at 6 p.m. downstairs in Ty Hall, and then the program actually starts at 6:30. 6 o'clock, I guess they have a simple supper, which I doubt that I can come to, but I hope I can get there by 6:30. Next, there is still time to pre-order your flowers, plants, vegetables and herbs from the Visitation School Flower Sale. Shop online now for the best selection. You can also make plans to attend the second annual garden party to reminisce with your old friends, right? And that second garden party is from 4 to 7 p.m. on April 28th in the school parking lot. And that's a nice thing. I've gone to those before. They're kind of fun. Everybody gets to rub shoulders and rub elbows and buy flowers. Look at the pretty flora et fauna. Maybe you need some.
I do, matter of fact.
Well, we'll have a beautiful selection, Roseanne.
Awesome.
A beautiful
Can't
selection.
wait.
All right, yeah, it's pre-order time. Garden party, 4 to 7 on April 28th. We have, as you may notice, a far-flung pinwheel garden in front of the parish office this week to show our support for Child Abuse Prevention Month. Thank you to the 7th graders who planted the pinwheels. I see them out there twisting in the breeze, and they're kind of fun. They're fun. Our next blood drive is just 2 weeks away on Thursday, May 4th, from noon to 5 p.m. also in good old Ty Hall. Make your appointment online to help the Community Blood Center save lives. Yeah. So, you ever do that? You ever give blood?
I do. You usually tell them what my blood type is, don't you remember?
Her blood type is the same as her personality type. B positive. Yep. All right, spring's a busy time at Visitation, so please check out this Friday's email and Sunday's bulletin, as well as our social media channels for more information about other upcoming activities. There are many of them. Thanks so much, everybody, for being with us today. Roseanne, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Coming by our little place. And until next week, goodbye and God bless.